So this has been an amazing stay in a beautiful, beautiful location. Very friendly people, not too many tourists. This location where my friends are is just beautiful, secluded and peaceful. So I had lovely nights of sleep, great food, great company, great conversation. But of course this is only part of the journey, and so now it's time to pack up the bike with the tent and head off for Lake Garda. But if anyone is thinking of coming this way, I can highly recommend Umbria. I mean, Tuscany is lovely. I don't think so far I've seen any bad areas of Italy. Maybe up at the border with France it can be a little bit scruffy, but it's a beautiful place. The culture is lovely, and I can see why many foreigners want to settle here. So onwards and upwards, let's get on the road. So we're coming up on Assisi, which is somewhere that... So I want to just pause here for a second and apologise for the footage. My GoPro for this trip was mounted on my chin of the helmet like this, and I have since mounted it like this. So hopefully on future adventures there'll be more shots of the countryside and what I'm trying to show you, rather than my Aochi screen and the screen on the front of the bike. So apologies. So we're coming up on Assisi, which is somewhere that is even more spectacular than Spoleto and Privi, apparently. Amazing, I've been built up on. So the last part of the journey to Lake Garda has been rather damp, and but we're at least, we can see the lake on and off from where we are. It says we've got 8 miles to go to our destination. So yeah, let's see if we can get there without too much incident. So we're taking an amazing convoluted route around lots of houses, away from the lake and back towards the lake, and away from the lake and back towards the lake, and we are now heading back towards the lake. And I hope you can see it's a pretty spectacular view from here. And as we get closer to the lake, the real estate once again starts becoming more impressive. But hey, it says 1.2 miles, 3 minutes, and then we'll see whether all the hike was worth it, or whether I'm just wet and cold for nothing. We've made it at last. It's quite a resort. The review said the only issue with the place was that they don't supply toilet roll, so luckily I've got my own. But it seems to be very well laid out and appointed. Swimming pool there, the lake in front as we go down, which looks very impressive and a little bit moody today. Lots of different types of accommodations, ordinary villas and sort of more of the mobile home type villas. 5 hours and about 20 minutes today to get from Spoleto to Lake Garda. You can see the lake in the background, and I think the tent of the bike. I'm actually the first pitch inside the fence line next to the lake, so yeah, it's quite impressive. But a bit of a grey old day, as you can see. I got a bit of a soaking on the on about the last 30 miles, and as usual I decide far too late to stop and put the waterproofs on, so the old below the knees a bit soggy. Anyway, we're here, and it's a nice facility. So far so good. I'm going to go and find a bar. So we're now leaving Lake Garda after an horrendously wet night. Incredible storms and thunder, and yeah, it was a bit extreme. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Well, there we are. In front of us is an enormous mountain range. Well, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of it all. Yeah, we're sort of off the highways and motorways and now on the small roads. As you can see, it's very twisty. Little lake there, small lake next to us. Lots of people exercising. I guess this is a very healthy part of Italy. Well, and when the weather's shiny, it's sunny, it's amazing, right? And 11 miles to go to wherever it is I'm staying. But wow. And this looks relatively modern, but still little roads and all that exciting stuff. Very impressive. Very impressive. Beautiful churches and all that stuff. Lovely. So yeah, we are enjoying a wonderful little ride. 9 miles to where we are supposed to be camping, apparently. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, and I'm very pleased that I put the baffles in to my exhaust, because it completely changes the comfort of the ride on the ears. Oof. So this sort of lefty turny thing is almost a blooming switchback on the map, but it doesn't really show it like that, which is interesting. But here we go. Crazy buggers all going to be coming down this mountain on push bikes. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh dear, this map, it looks as though a kid has just gone squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. But hey, this is part of the fun, I guess. That means switchbacks, absolute switchbacks, and lots of them. like I say, if you could see the squiggles. And as I say, I think tomorrow may be very similar to this. And here we go round again, around and around and up. I bet that's a bloody electric bike. If it's not, he's amazing. That's electric. Here we go. Well, as kids, we'd have been tear-assing around on these things. Wow. Oh, they've even put some chevrons on this one. Bit of a shocker that is, I can tell you. Must mean it's I was going to say, I thought it was a bit more tasty than it actually is. Wow, can you see this? All Rolls Royces. Oh my god. Wow, definitely worth stopping for. And there are loads and loads and loads of them. Can you see this? Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Who would believe, I mean, how much was that worth? Bloody hell. Wow. Sometimes you just have the camera on at the right moment, eh? So here we are, looking very impressive at this point. So we've got a lovely viewpoint. I think we might have to pull over and take some quick pictures. Oh yeah. Yeah. You want me to move it?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
Timing, sorry.
No worries, no worries. Okay.
So did you pass all the other Rolls Royces going down?
Yeah.
Yeah, we.
You got stuck, did you?
We came. No, we came to do the advance party.
Oh right.
So
okay.
we meet them there. They're going into Como.
Fantastic. Yeah. I was, you know, sometimes I had my GoPro on and it was just at the right time.
You look good.
And I thought, oh my god, how much cash is sitting?
Yeah, they're about €400,000 each on average.
Unbelievable. Huh? Beautiful, beautiful. I'll get out your way.
Okay.
Isn't this just an idyllic little valley? Wow. Something out of a novel or a picture postcard. Horses grazing on the hills down there. Donkeys. Wow, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Wow. What a beautiful valley with a big house at the end there. My goodness. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. So almost there, 1,000 feet. So I was the only tent in these fields on this site. It had fantastic facilities, shower block and so on. And if you ever want somewhere to just come and sit and do nothing and be at one with nature and just hear the birds, the horses, the donkeys and nature in general, this is definitely the place to come and do it. Of course, you can always also do what I did, and that was to get shit-faced with the locals. But that's another story. Anyway, onwards and upwards. I hope you enjoyed this one, and tomorrow we'll be heading into Switzerland and up through France for a couple of nights and then home. Catch you later.